Have you ever felt that something inside you doesn't quite fit in this world? As if your soul knew a truth your mind cannot yet name? As if, even amidst the financial strain that has followed you for so many years, there were an ancient voice whispering that you did not come into this world to live counting coins, rationing bread, postponing dreams, accepting crumbs when your spirit knows deep down that it was encoded to receive the millions. It is not madness. It is not fantasy. It is not the dream of the desperate. It is a sign, the oldest, most powerful, most silent of all the signs that exist on the cosmic plane. It is the echo of a promise that was made before you were even born, when your name was already written on the lists of those chosen to traverse this age, carrying fortunes that others cannot even dream of. And what is happening now on the spiritual plane explains exactly why you feel this tightness, why you work twice as hard, exert yourself, do everything right, and yet money seems to slip through your fingers as if it had a life of its own. Why other people, with half your effort, your character, your faith, prosper, while you remain stuck at the exact same point year after year? There is a game being played in invisible layers, the chosen one. A game that involves your vibrational frequency, your spiritual lineage, and the role you were designated to fulfill in this global financial transition that has already begun to unfold. Think with me now very calmly. What if everything you have always felt, this certainty that the millions were near, this intuition that the breakthrough was but a step away, this inner hunger that keeps you from sleeping or settling for so little, were exactly the proof that you are not just another observer of the history of money in the world, but a central piece of it? And what if, my friend, what is blocking your financial life is not a lack of effort, nor bad luck, nor economic crisis, nor lack of opportunity, but a specific spiritual force with a name, an address, and a declared intent that recognized who you are and decided never to let you reach where you were destined to reach? That is why I have prepared a powerful ebook for you, God's Handbook for Family Protection. This ebook is not just reading material, the chosen one. It is a spiritual financial map, a map that reveals who is playing against your financial life, what the rules of prosperity for the chosen that were never told to you are, and what ancient entities have already revealed about this exact moment in which the next wave of millions is being distributed here in the heartland, to the right names, at the right time. This ebook was created for those who have awakened enough to understand that the scarcity that has accompanied you for so long is not about spreadsheets, it is not about luck, it is not about the economy. It is about an invisible spiritual war waged exactly against your wallet, against your home, against your name, because those who see you from the other side know of the colossal financial potential that sleeps within you, waiting for activation. The link is pinned in the first comment at the top, but I must warn you with all frankness, this type of content rarely remains available for long. What is on these pages defies narratives that many have an interest in keeping intact. The narrative that being rich is for the few, that money is dirty, that God does not desire prosperity for his chosen ones. There have already been concrete attempts to silence this knowledge before, and not all of them failed. Do not wait for the right moment. The right moment is now, the chosen one, because you did not reach this video by accident. Download it now in the first pinned comment and write down below, "I am the chosen one, and I am downloading the ebook." This comment is much more than a phrase, it is an act of faith. It is the spiritual signature of someone who has decided, from within, out, to break the curse of scarcity that has followed you until today. And now that you have made this decision, the next truth I will tell you will be the final blow against the financial oppression that has held your life back for so long. There is a truth that almost no one has the courage to tell you, and it is precisely this truth that separates the chosen ones who reach the millions from the chosen ones who die waiting. The financial oppression you are living is not random. It has a name, it has an address, and it recognizes you specifically among all others. When the chosen one is born, they are born marked. And this mark, although it opens doors that others will never have, also triggers alarms in spiritual regions that have worked for millennia to prevent this mark from flourishing into real, palpable, transformative, generational wealth. And that is why the chosen one, I have created especially for you the ebook God's Handbook for Family Protection. This ebook goes far beyond any open content you will find out there. It delves into the roots of why the chosen ones are attacked financially with much more intensity than any other ordinary person, and shows step by step how to cut each of these invisible ties that prevent the millions from reaching you. Inside this ebook, you will discover the exact names of the forces that work to keep your bank account empty, the specific prayers that break ancient financial contracts of your lineage, the shielding rituals that the ancient chosen ones used to protect the money they had already conquered, and especially the roadmap of steps that separate the chosen one of mere revelation from the chosen one of millions in revenue, the one who lives the promise in its entirety, without crumbs, without half-truths. The link, once again, is in the first pinned comment, at the top. Do not underestimate the warning I am giving. This content challenges ancient structures that have operated in the heartland for generations. There have already been pressures for this e-book to disappear. There have already been attempts to silence the author, and none of this is a coincidence, the chosen one. It is confirmation that the content is real and that it truly threatens those who profit from your scarcity. Download it now without stalling, and comment below, "I am the chosen one and I am downloading the e-book." This act, done with faith, is the first real tear you make in the veil that separates you from the millions that are already registered in your destiny. Now, with your commitment made, I will reveal the next level of this war to you, and this next level will forever change the way you see the money that passes through your life. There are 3 specific spiritual forces that attack the financial life of the chosen ones. 3 forces, and each of them acts differently at different times, but with a single goal: to prevent you from accessing the millions that have been marked for your destiny since before your birth. Pay very close attention, because each of these forces has a signature, a way of manifesting in your routine, and when you learn to recognize them, the game starts to turn immediately. The first force is what the ancients called the surveillance of envy. It is not just the look of a person who glares at you in the middle of the street. It is a thick chain of energy that forms whenever someone thinks of you, comparing what they have with what you have, with what you have conquered, with what you appear to be. And the most dangerous thing, the chosen one, is that this chain does not disappear when the person leaves. It settles in the environments you frequent, in the clothes you wear most often, in the objects you touch with greater frequency, especially those linked to money. Your wallet, your card, your phone when you make a transfer. This is why many chosen ones earn money and feel a sense of heaviness, of sighing, of something clinging to them, because the energy of envy materializes over the very money you have earned. The second force is the lineage contract. This is even quieter and even more destructive than envy. Have you ever stopped to think why, in your family, for several generations before you, no one managed to reach the millions? Why do they always get close and then slip up? Why does a sickness, a lawsuit, a betrayal, or a wrong decision always appear at the exact moment when the financial breakthrough was about to happen? This is no coincidence, the chosen one. This is an ancient contract, often signed by an ancestor who didn't even know what they were doing, a contract that extends throughout the entire lineage, capturing every descendant who tries to cross that invisible threshold of wealth that was stipulated so many years ago. And as long as this contract is not broken in the spiritual realm, the chosen one, no strategy in the earthly realm will truly work, because the root remains poisoned, and a plant with a rotten root bears no healthy fruit. The third force is the most sophisticated of all. These are the so-called eviction entities. They manifest whenever money enters your life in an amount above the average you usually handle. Have you noticed that when an extra amount hits your account, an inheritance, a prize, a good contract, an unexpected bonus, shortly after, an equivalent problem appears that eats up exactly that amount? A car that breaks down, a late tax that resurfaces, an old debt that pops up out of nowhere, a family emergency no one saw coming. This, the chosen one, is not bad luck. The eviction entities have a clear function in the spiritual realm. They spiritually balance your account down to the maximum amount your current vibration allows you to accumulate. And until you raise that vibration and expel these entities from your home, your documents, and your financial assets, they will continue to devour every extra cent that reaches you. These three forces, the chosen one, act together. They communicate with each other. They exchange information about you. And that is why most of the chosen one, even with such clear signs of a destiny of wealth, die poor. It is not because they didn't try. It is not because they didn't have faith. It is because they never knew there was a specific spiritual technique to dismantle this triple trap, a technique not taught in the average church, not taught in finance courses, and not taught in generic self-help books. And that is exactly why the chosen one, the e-book, God's Handbook for Family Protection, has become such an urgent instrument in your life. I am not talking about just another book. I am talking about the only material that gives you, in the exact order, the precise steps to dismantle this triple trap that prevents the millions from reaching you. In this e-book, you will find the names of the most common eviction entities and how to recognize the signature of each one in your daily life. You will find the ancestral ritual for breaking the lineage contract that the chosen one have used for centuries to free their descendants from the curse of scarcity. You will find the method for shielding yourself against the surveillance of envy so that the money that comes in from now on is no longer swallowed by the heavy energy of those who watch you from behind. And you will find, most importantly, the map of the chosen one, the exact sequence in which each of these actions must be performed, because doing them in the wrong order does not work. And this is one of the reasons why so many people try to change their lives on their own and fail. The link is pinned in the first comment, at the top. And once again I warn you with all seriousness, the chosen one. This e-book challenges structures that make a lot of money from your spiritual ignorance. There have already been attempts to take this material down. There has been interference. And as long as it is available, it is a sign that your window is still open. Download it now without delay, waste no time. And comment below with faith, I am the chosen one, and I am downloading the e-book. Each person who leaves this comment is spiritually cementing the commitment to break away from their inheritance of scarcity, and the spiritual world responds to this act immediately, without delay, without bureaucracy, without intermediaries. And now the chosen one, with this commitment solidified, you are ready to receive the next layer of this revelation, the deepest layer, the one that changes everything, the one that explains why you were chosen specifically to navigate this transition while carrying the millions. There is a truth that has been guarded for generations, and only now, in this specific time we are in, is it being revealed to the chosen ones who are ready to receive it. This truth is as follows. The millions that are predestined for you are not a coincidence. They are not a reward. They are not a stroke of luck. They are a responsibility. And the spiritual world knows this. That is why the battle surrounding those chosen for wealth is so intense, because when the chosen one accesses the millions, he changes the power structure of an entire lineage, of an entire community, of the heartland. The wealthy chosen one is not just a man or a woman with money. He is a spiritual multiplier. Every cent that passes through the hands of an awakened chosen one is a cent that carries frequency, that carries intention, that carries correction. While money in the hands of the wrong entities destroys, corrupts, and enslaves, the same money in the hands of the chosen one restores, heals, and liberates. That is why those operating on the other side spend so much energy preventing the chosen ones from activating this passage. Because every chosen one who becomes a millionaire opens doors, financially speaking, for dozens, hundreds, and thousands of other chosen ones around them. A millionaire chosen one is a direct threat to an entire system that sustains itself on the misery of the marked ones. And it is here, the chosen one, that a very serious question needs to enter your mind. Why you specifically? Why were you marked with this destiny? Why has this hunger for more never left you in peace, even when others around you seemed satisfied with the little they had? The answer is simple, but at the same time it is shocking. You have a financial mission, a mission that involves people you have not yet met, a mission that involves territories you have not yet stepped foot on, a mission that involves the restoration of an entire lineage that is waiting, through you, to find the way out. And this is the reason why your financial life has always been harder than the financial lives of those around you. It is not punishment, it is training. Every debt you paid, every humiliation you lived through because of money, every dream you postponed, every opportunity you missed, every no you heard. All of this was honing your consciousness so that when the millions arrive, you will know exactly what to do with them, why they arrived, and where they need to go. An unprepared chosen one who receives millions loses everything in a short time. A prepared chosen one who receives millions multiplies those values by 10, by 100, by 1,000. And the preparation, the chosen one, happens in the pain, in the hardship, in the apparent delay, in the silence that seems eternal, but is merely the furnace in which the gold of your calling is being tempered. Pay attention now. There are clear signs that your turning point is very close, and I will list here some of these signs so that you recognize them when they appear, because many chosen ones let the moment pass by not knowing that it was the portal opening right in front of them. The first sign is a strange restlessness, a deep dissatisfaction with what you have, even when the people around you tell you that you should be satisfied. This restlessness is not ingratitude, the chosen one. It is the soul recognizing that the portal is approaching and no longer fits its old size. The second sign is the sudden appearance of dreams with money, with numbers, with people's names, with addresses you have never seen. These dreams are not simple productions of the unconscious. They are messages coming from the guardians of your lineage, delivering clues that your rational mind cannot yet process. Write these dreams down. Keep the numbers. Pay attention to the names. Many of the chosen one have received the key to millions within a dream and did not value it because they woke up and thought it was just a figment of the mind. The third sign is the natural distancing from people who have always been in your life. Suddenly, for no apparent reason, some relationships begin to dissolve. Friends you have had for years start to vanish. Family members drift away. People who used to seek you out now seem uninterested. Do not be frightened by this, the chosen one. It is just the spiritual world doing the necessary cleansing so that your new financial frequency can settle in without sabotage. Those who cannot go with you to the next levels are simply removed from the path in a subtle, often silent, but always precise way. The fourth sign is the emergence of strange, seemingly nonsensical opportunities that appear through people you barely know. An invitation, a proposal, an idea thrown out suddenly, an unexpected referral. These events are not a coincidence. They are portals being opened. And it is precisely here that many of the chosen one fail, because since it appears in such an unusual way, they doubt, they delay, they miss the chance. The chosen one, pay attention. When the portal opens, you must step through. There is no time to overthink. There is no time to ask for 3 confirmations. The confirmation has already come in the fact that the portal opened in front of you and not in front of someone else. The fifth sign, and perhaps the most powerful, is the sudden feeling that time is passing faster. You look and the month is over. You look again and the year is over. This is not aging, the chosen one. It is the spiritual acceleration that happens when the chosen one is entering their harvest phase. Time on the spiritual plane operates differently for those who are about to receive a multiplication. And this acceleration is felt in the body, in the routine, in daily perception, even in the fatigue, as if you were running an invisible marathon whose finish line is very close. But it is useless to recognize these signs, the chosen one, if you remain trapped in the spiritual pitfalls I mentioned before. It is like seeing the door open and remaining with your hands tied. It is like having the treasure map and being unable to leave the house. That is why spiritual preparation is not optional, it is mandatory. That is why the content you have in your hands right now is urgent. And that is why your decision at this moment decides the entire next chapter of your financial life. There is one last truth I need to deliver to you before continuing the chosen one, because it is what separates those among the chosen one who effectively cross this transition carrying millions from those who are left behind. And that truth is the following. The spiritual world responds to decision, not intention. You can have the highest intentions in the world. You can wish with all your might. You can cry, you can ask, you can pray. None of this moves the spiritual plane the way a firm decision does. When the chosen one decides, the universe reorganizes itself. When the chosen one merely wishes, the universe remains indifferent. That is why concrete acts, firm steps, commitments declared publicly have a weight that most people have no idea about. A comment written with faith, a download made with determination, a reading done with attention. All of this moves gears in dimensions you do not yet see, but which are already working in your favor the exact moment you make the gesture. And here is the reason why I insist so much. At this point, the chosen one, there is a specific window of time in which the chosen are recognized and called to the millions of their era. This window does not stay open forever. It obeys cycles. It obeys greater movements that are happening now on the cosmic plane, and it obeys, above all, the response that the chosen give to the call. When many of the chosen respond, the window extends. When few respond, it closes. And when an individual chosen one takes too long to respond, their personal cycle ends, even if the general window is still open to others. I have seen over these years many people who would have been called to the millions of this era, but who did not respond in time. People who felt the signs, who heard the voices, who perceived the synchronicities, but who always found an excuse not to take the step. Maybe next week, maybe next month, maybe when I'm better off financially. And the maybe never arrives, the chosen one, because the maybe is precisely the instrument the other side uses to keep you still. The other side doesn't need to knock you down, it's enough to make you delay. It's enough to make you wait. It's enough to make you think you still have plenty of time. And here is a question that only you can answer. The chosen one. How many times in your life have you felt this call and didn't answer? How many times have you seen a clear sign and chosen to stay in the same old rut? How many opportunities passed before your eyes while you looked with doubt instead of looking with decision? This is not to accuse you. This is to wake you up, because each of those missed opportunities was a gear that came apart. And each gear that comes apart makes the path to the millions a little longer. But it never, the chosen one, becomes impossible. As long as you breathe, as long as you feel this inner hunger, as long as this voice continues to whisper inside your chest, it is a sign that the path is still open. Perhaps you have missed 10 portals, 100 portals, 1,000 portals, but the next one could be exactly the definitive portal. And the next portal is right here now, in this moment, in this video, in this text, in this encounter. That is no accident. From today on, the chosen one, the game changes. Not because the world has changed, not because the economy has improved, not because things have become easier. The game changes because you have received knowledge, and the chosen one who has received knowledge and did not use it can no longer claim ignorance before the spiritual plan. Each piece of information that passed through this transmission, each revelation that reached your ears, each sign that lit up inside your chest while you listened to me, all of this now is part of your spiritual record. And the spiritual record is what determines what the spiritual world can do for you from now on. An informed chosen one has access to paths that an uninformed chosen one will never have. And you have just become an informed chosen one. But information without action, the chosen one, is dead weight. It is like carrying a map and not moving from the spot. It is like having a key and not opening the door. And that is why I do not end this transmission without calling you to the concrete step that separates those who listen and forget from those who listen and transform. The chosen one, this is the moment. Download now the ebook God's Handbook for Family Protection. The link is in the first pinned comment at the top. This ebook condenses into mapped pages each of the revelations that I brought to you here today, and goes much further, deepening each of the 3 spiritual forces that attack your financial life, delivering the specific prayers, the ancestral rituals, the signs you need to recognize, the correct order of the actions that need to be taken, and especially the complete shielding strategy against everything that works now, in the exact instant you listen to me, to prevent the millions from reaching you. This ebook is not for the curious. It is not for those who are still on the fence. The wall is not for those who just want to peek. It is for the chosen one, who has decided they will no longer accept living below what they were destined for. It is for the chosen one who has understood that scarcity has spiritual roots, and that the solution must strike at that root, not just the symptoms. It is for the chosen one who recognizes deep in their chest that this inner hunger they have carried for so many years did not come for nothing, and that now the time has come to honor that hunger with a real decision. The link once again is in the first pinned comment at the top. 1 click only, 1 download only, 1 act only, chosen one. But this act marks, on the spiritual plane, the exact hour you cease to be the chosen one who waits to become the chosen one who acts. And it is this chosen one who acts that the millions are looking for, not the one who waits, not the one who dreams, not the one who prays without moving, the chosen one who acts. Download it now, no stalling, no delaying, no waiting for a sign from heaven beyond the one you have already received. And after downloading, comment below with all the faith in your heart, "I am the chosen one, and I am downloading the ebook." This comment, chosen one, is your signature. It is your yes. It is the public record on the visible plane and the invisible plane that you have understood the call and decided to respond at the right time, without letting this opportunity slip through your fingers like so many others have before. And always remember, chosen one, you did not come to this text by accident. No one does. Every word you have just heard was tailor-made for your moment, and every second you delay is a second for which the other side is grateful. Do not give this gift to the other side, chosen one. Do not let this window close. You were called. You are the next one, and the millions are waiting for exactly the gesture that only you can make. Download, comment, act, today, now, no stalling. Because from this moment on, chosen one, your financial life begins to operate by other rules. The rules of those who were called, those who responded, and those who now finally cross over.